Yesterday, at the house that George Price built, Independence Hall, home of the People's United Party, Belizeans and party faithful gathered not just to remember a leader, but to honor a life that shaped modern Belize. On George Price Day, voices young and old reflected on Price's enduring legacy. His former colleague and successor outlined his accomplishments.
Mr. Price was not just a political leader, he was a visionary, a servant of the people, and a godly man guided by strong Christian values. His life was dedicated to one mission: to see Belize free, united, and strong, proudly among nations of the world. Those of us who knew him and this generation who studied his life know that George Price grew up witnessing poverty, inequality, and the struggles of ordinary Belizeans. So from a very young age, he understood that leadership was not about power, but about service. Inspired by his Catholic faith, Mr. Price believed that every human being deserved dignity, opportunity, and justice. These Christian values guided every step of his journey. He believed and practiced compassion for the poor, respect for human life, and he insisted that it was the moral responsibility of leaders who were a part of his organization to serve with humility.
Both the PUP leader and the PUP party chairman reflected on the advice Price would give them as young politicians.
One of the things he always told me is that public service is the highest call for any Belizean, and that we must always take it seriously. But at the same time, don't take yourself too serious, because you're here to serve the people.
He always said that in order to lead, you have to serve. And that was something that always resonated with me when I was younger, that it wasn't about portfolios, it wasn't about positions, it was about people. It was about making sure that you could do the work of the people. And as I spoke about this morning in my remarks, I think that his legacy is one of service, certainly, but it's also one of enduring faith and enduring confidence in what he believed in. And he believed in a free, independent Belize. He believed in the Belizean identity. And certainly we need to continue that legacy and honor him in any way we can.
When he entered politics, Belize was under colonial rule and was viewed as a rebel at the time.
Well, if you heard that those brief excerpts that the student read, he was quite a rabble-rouser. He was speaking to the people, but he was also addressing the colonial government. He was addressing England. He was making sure that that message came across. What is amazing about him is that the English tried to get him to compromise in terms of giving up land. The Americans tried to get him to compromise in order to settle the matter with Guatemala, and he said absolutely not. He made sure, he said not 1 square centimeter, and we would not give up anything to make sure Belize remains intact and that our people would be free.
That dream of freedom was realized when he stood as Belize's first prime minister, witnessing the raising of the Belizean flag and the birth of a new nation. Despite all this history, the fairly new holiday has not gained the traction as initially hoped for. Many view it as just another day off. To the party chairman, he says he hopes that it can soon become a National Education Day.
So I've always tried to say that in September we have National Service Day. I'm hoping that January 15 can evolve into a National Education Day, a day when Belizeans take some time to learn something new, read a book, learn a new skill, learn something to assist you in making decisions for your home, for your community, for your country. It's all about that. It's about learning. It's about making sure you use your leisure time in a productive way. That's what he always advocated for. Don't use your leisure time just to be relaxing and not doing anything that you can learn from. Try to learn. So I'm hoping that this day, George Price Day, can be National Education Day.
Price died on September 19, 2011. Jaleesa Roberts, 7 News.